I started the year, you turned 23. 100 paper lanterns over the black lake. You laughed so hard the wind stole your voice. We watched them climb like slow motion stars. You said promise me every birthday, no matter what. I swore on every light drifting south. Even if the world ends, even if we do, I never thought the world would keep spinning without you in my passenger seat. 100 lanterns for the girl who isn't here. 100 promises burning up the night air. I stand on the same dock, same code, same make, releasing your birthday to the sky like always. But this year the security cam caught the truth in cold white. You weren't alone. He held the lighter. You smiled at him the way you used to smile at me. And every lantern you set up was for somebody else. I watched the grainy footage on a loop till dawn. Your hair longer now, your laugh still the same. He cut the flame like it was fragile. The way I used to cup your face. You counted together 1, 2, 3, then let them go, like you once let me go. Soft, decisive, final. I wonder if you told him the story, or if you let him think it was his idea. 100 lanterns rising like lights I still believe. 100 paper hearts I can't stop setting free. I used to think they carried pieces of us upward, but tonight they look like funeral boats. And there you were, alive and warm, lighting my ritual for a day love with someone new. I should stop coming here, I should let the tradition die with us. But grief is stubborn muscle memory, and love is the dumbest religion. So I'll be back next August with another 100 wishes you'll never read, while you keep building new traditions with hands that aren't mine. 100 lanterns and not one of them knows your name. They just flow like apologies, too late to matter. I whisper happy birthday to the dark water. It doesn't whisper back somewhere across town. You're blowing out real candles. He's kissing the sugar off your lips, and every light I send into the sky is just smoke now. Just evidence that I still celebrate you long after you stop celebrating us. The last lantern drifts out of sight. I stay until the embers die on the lake. Then I walk on past the security office. The guard nods like he knows. He's seen this same sad movie every year, except this year the leading lady brought a new leading man. I tune the guitar with the same 3 chords we found in the backseat of my beat-up Ford. You hummed the melody, I stole the words from the static between stations at 2 a.m. We swore that song was ours forever, a cheap promise, but it felt like gold back then. Now the string lights twinkle like they're in on a joke, and the best man keeps asking why I look broke. I'm paid to make strangers slow dance and cry while I sing the vows we never got to try. Every eye choose you lands like a knife, and the only heart here that knows it's a lie. You're glowing in white, he's proud at your side. He thinks this is your song tonight. He doesn't know it's already died. You picked it special, sent it weeks ago. A little posted on the set list. Please, this one though. No explanation, just a tiny smiley face, like ripping me open could ever be polite. I almost said no, almost walked away, but I've always been better at bleeding than brave. The mother of the bride keeps tipping mid-20s to keep the love songs coming. If she only knew, I sing about forever, meaning none of it now. Watch you sway and arms it on mine somehow. He spins you under paper, bells and cheers, while I choke on the bridge we rode through tears. Your mouth, thank you across the parquet floor, like gratitude could settle this score. Right before the last chorus, I almost break, change the lyrics, scream the truth for old time's sake. But your eyes catch mine, soft, almost pleading. Don't ruin this for me. So I swallow the year, smile like a good employee, and give you the perfect memory that buries me. The song ends, the room erupts in applause. He kisses you slow like he wrote every clause. I pack up my cables, count the cash in my hand, while the lyrics still burn where no one understands. You got your fairy tale ending, picture book clean, and I gotta be the ghost in your love machine, singing that song. Now it's yours, only mine. I walk past the gift table on my way to the vent. See our names on a card that says once upon. I leave it unopened. Some stories are safer when they never begin again. Back when the amps buzzed louder than the crowd, and the bar gave us free beer just to keep us loud. There was one folded chair that was never empty, one pair of kind eyes in a room full of pity. You clapped too hard, sang every word wrong, wore my thrift store t-shirt like it actually belonged. I told the guys, at least someone believes. You smiled like you did, like you really did. I wrote your name in the set list margin, a secret prayer nobody heard by no one. Now the arena's screaming, lights burn white, 20,000 voices tearing up the night. But I'm scanning every row like a desperate man, looking for the girl who came when no one gave a damn. There you are, seat 47, third row from the floor, noise cancelling headphones, holding something more. Sleepy kid on your hip, wedding ring that shines. You finally learned how to silence me this time. Yeah, I remember the night we closed the old blue room. You helped me load the van under a thrift store moon. I said one day I'll play real stages, you'll see. You laughed and said I'll still be front row, saving seats for free. I thought that was forever, I thought you meant with me. Turns out forever had a different melody. You mount great show like a polite ghost, and turn the kid away so he doesn't see me choke. The pyro explodes explodes, the band hits the final chord. The crowd wants one more song, but I've already lost the war, because you're already leaving, disappearing through the lights, hand in tiny hand, vanishing into the night. See, 47 is empty before the encore starts. Funny how the loudest places can break the quietest hearts. I could stop the show, jump down, beg you to stay, tell you every lyric I never got to say, but your little boy young rubs his eyes so blue, and I know some promises aren't mine to push through. So I sing the old song, the one you knew by heart, the one we wrote together before we fell apart. Now the stadium roars, but it sounds like rain on a tin roof of every venue that never knew my name. And I'm rich, I'm famous, I'm everything I chase, but I traded off for one more half-empty place, with you in the front row, clapping too loud, believing in a boy who didn't know how to love you back when it still could've counted. Before the headphone, before the kid, before I amounted to someone, finally learned to tune out. The lights come down, the roadies strike the stage. I signed one more poster, turn another page, but every night I still look for you in seat 47, third row from the floor. You're never there, and he knew. I sat in the quiet after the funeral bell, with your coat still hung where you left it. The house spoke only silence, but silence wasn't your language. So I opened the books you brought from home, the ones with the curly letters I used to laugh at. I traced every stroke like a blind man learning that. I swallowed the grammar of your childhood nights, 1,000 evenings, 1,000 mistakes. Your mother's voice on old kisses I repeated until my throat bled accents, just to meet you somewhere you never waited. Now I read you perfectly, every word sharp as winter glass, page after page in your careful hand. I don't love him, I never did. I stayed because he was kind, but kindness isn't home. I learned your tongue for nothing, just to hear you say you never felt the same. I found the diary in the drawer with the pressed flowers, the one you hid behind winter sweaters. The lock was already broken, like promises we never named. I thought I'd find secrets that I've been your secret joy. Instead I found the truth you couldn't say out loud. You wrote me gentle like a brother, like rain, never like thunder, never like flame. You described the way I looked at you, like someone who never been chosen before. And you pitied the hunger you couldn't feed it, so you smiled and I mistook mercy for more. Now I read you perfectly, the sentences cut clean and cold. I wish he'd stop trying to save me, I was already gone long ago. I learned your tongue for nothing, just to watch my whole world drown in the ink you left behind. I could burn these pages, I could curse your name, but the worst part is I still say thank you when I dream in your language. I still reach for your hand in the dark, even knowing it was never mine. Now I read you perfectly, and I wish I might stay a little late, because some truths are kinder when they stay locked in a stranger's grip. I learned your tongue for nothing, except to lose you twice. Once when you left this world, and once when I finally understood you never loved me the way I love you. The books are closed, the lights are low. I whisper goodnight in the language you'll never hear again. I love you, I love you, I love you, and it means nothing in any tongue. Logged in the night, the hospital called. Couldn't sit in that parking lot alone. Your character was still standing by our house, the little cabin on the cliff we built stone by stone. You've been offline 38 days, but the game didn't know you were gone. So I paid both subscriptions, kept the porch light on. I talked to you out loud while I fished in our lake. You never answered, but the water still rippled the same. Next week the servers go dark, they're pulling the plug on the only place you still are. I've been farming gold like it matters, stockpiling roses that never will, trying to buy us more time in a world that isn't real. But the countdown's ticking in the corner of the screen. 7 days until the sky deletes everything, including the only version of you that still says my name when I walk through the door. I married your avatar under the cherry trees, wore the tux you picked out for a con we never made, danced the same stupid dancing mode while 100 strangers threw pixel rice. I read vows I never got to say at your grave. The chat scrolled hearts and crying faces, none of them knew they were witnessing a waking. Sometimes I whisper I'm home when I spawn in. If for half a second I forget you can't hear me. Now there's a band across the login screen. Sunset December 5th, thank you for the memories. Memories like this was just a game to everyone else. I'm selling everything I can't carry, giving away armor we farm together. Strangers keep saying thanks for the legendary gear. They don't know I'll bury you all over again. I took screenshots of every corner we love, the rooftop in the Capitol where we watch the fake stars, the stupid hot air balloon that only carried two. I saved the replay of you laughing when I fell off the cliff that first week. I watch them on loop when the world is gone, like a widower clutching yellowed photographs. Tonight I'm sitting on our porch one last time. The moon looks exactly like it did the night you died. I keep waiting for the devs to change their minds, for a miracle patch note service saved indefinitely. But the clock hits midnight and the message stays red. 6 days, 14 hours, 33 minutes until permanent closure. I reach for your hand that isn't there and say the only thing left to say. Wait for me on the next server. I'll find you, even if I have to learn a new game, even if it takes another whole life. The cabin door creaks behind me, went through digital leaves. I typed the words in local chat so the void can read them when I'm gone. I was never was only trying to stay where you still existed. Then I hit Logout, leave the porch light on, and let the darkness finally take the last place. You were still breathing. First date, cheap red wine on your couch. You said, write me something people still play in 100 years. I laughed, kissed your wrist, promised a symphony. You kept the ticket stub from that night in your wallet. I kept the promise in a drawer full of half-finished scores, years stacked up like unpaid bills. Every time I sat at the piano, you found another reason to leave the room. The week you got sick, I finally started writing page after page, while machines beeped your heartbeat in D minor. You slept through the first movement, never woke for the second. Tonight the hall is full, black ties and tears. They don't understand, they rise to their feet when the final chord collapses. I stand on stage holding silence like a wound, and there's your name on the program. Seat 1A, front row, center reserve. The single wire rose already wilting on the cushion there, clapping for the masterpiece. I'm staring at the only critic who mattered, and she isn't breathing. The conductor keeps motioning me to bow. I can't, because if I bend, I'll break. I count the empty inches where your shoulders should be. The oboe solo, you would've squeezed my hand through the timpani hit. You would've flinched at every note I wrote was a letter. I was too scared to speak. Now the letters are perfect, and you're gone. I titled it in case you come back. They printed in love and memory instead. Same thing, really. Standing ovation, roaring like the ocean. I keep waiting for you to stand up to shout that it's too loud, that you hate modern composes. Anything but the sea stays dark, the rose drops another petal, and the applause starts to sound like rain on a coffin. I left the last 8 measures unresolved. The reviewers call it brave, I call it honest. Because without you, nothing ever finishes, nothing ever lands, just keeps hanging in the air. Like the coal you never came back for, like the promise I kept too late. I'll keep you in a drawer, Nokia glow. Battery swollen, but it barely holds. Screen cracked like the night you left. I still press one just to hear you breathe. Hey, it's me, I'm probably sleeping or lost in a book. Leave your heart after the beep, I'll call back when I wake up. I know every word, every pause, every laugh. I played it so long, it's burned in my past. 5 years, same ritual to 17 a.m. Thumb hovers, heart stutters, I call again. I don't leave messages anymore, just wait for your ghost to say my name like before. But tonight the line clicked, no greeting, no you. A man's voice, sleepy and new. Hello? And the world tilted slow. He said, wrong number, man, soft, polite. I whisper sorry and killed the light. Your number lives in someone else's life. Yeah, he probably kisses the neck I used to know, charges his phone where your lipstick stained the coat. Maybe he speed dials your mom on Sunday while I'm here speed dialing yesterday. I wonder if you told him that this was once your lifeline to me, or if numbers just flow like ash till somebody else catches the spark that we had. I should delete it, let it die, but deleting feels like killing you twice. So I sit in the dark, thumb on the screen, listening to nothing where you used to be. Yeah, tonight the line clicked, no greeting, no you, just a stranger living the life we drew. He said, who's this? I couldn't reply, I just heard you laughing somewhere behind his voice, like your ghost got married and never said goodbye. Your number found a happier life, take care of her, man. She hates horror movies and cold coffee. She dances barefoot when she thinks no one's watching. Tell her, no, never mind. She won't remember the sound of me anyway.
I spent 8 months on the floor with treats in my fist, teaching moves to carry that velvet box in his teeth. Every night after you fell asleep, I whispered, go give it to mama, and tried down the hall. You'd wake up laughing, ring box on the pillow, kiss his head, kiss my mouth, say you're both ridiculous. I thought if he asked you enough times, one morning you'd finally say yes. You packed on a Tuesday while I was at work, left the ring on the table, took the dog in the bed. I came home to one ball, one leash, one silence, and a note that said he deserves a yard, like I was a thing too small to keep. Now I'm watching late night TV with the sound off, and there's moose on the screen, older grayer in the muzzle, carrying a ring box across a football field. 50,000 people screaming while he drops it at her feet. She says yes, cameras flash, confetti falls. He gets a steak and a belly rub from a man who isn't me. Good boy, finally delivered, just not to the right girl. I wonder if you still call him most, or if he answers to something new. I wonder if he hesitates for half a second when your new guy says go give it to mama. Does he remember the apartment with the creaky floor where he learned love tasted like peanut butter taught him how to come home. I only taught him how to leave me, and he learned it perfect. They replay the clip every Valentine's, most romantic proposal of the year. I'm muted but I still hear the crowd. I still see his tail wag like nothing ever hurt. He drops a ring, licks the new guy's face, while I sit here with the same empty hand that used to hold the tree that taught him how to ruin me forever. I lost 3 months of sleep, chasing perfect vows. 17 brows and windows glowing in the dark. Typed I love you in a stranger's alphabets. Mumbled them wrong into a phone held together by tape. Hit send at 4:02 a.m. with shaking thumbs. Subject line just said headphones please. You reply with one cracked heart emoji, then vanished before the final refrain. You told me you always dress feelings up in costumes. You never stand naked in a room and speak. I thought if I said it in languages you couldn't check, maybe the lie would finally sound like truth. Now it's topping shows from Tokyo to Buenos Aires. Couple sway to the 8, got stitched together in 17 tongues I'll never own. And the mouth the world loves isn't mine. He sings Ashiteru, Ti amo, mahaba, like he was born inside those words. Every nightclub, every first dance, every proposal, real is dancing on the grave of the night I lost my mind. I saw the video in silent in some airport bar. He's wearing the gray hoodie, I forgot it's your place. You're in a shotgun seat, head thrown back, laughing while the bridge I slurred in drunk in Tagalog makes you lean over and kiss him at the red light. I handed him eternity in languages I looked up, and he spent it on a knee in front of you. You were right. I never said a real thing. I just dressed the wound in reverb and -7 so I wouldn't have to watch it bleed. Now strangers tattoo the lyrics on their ribs in scripts they can't read, and the only sentence I ever needed was my own cracked voice saying your name, with nothing hiding behind it. 17 countries humming my cowardice back to me in accents cleaner than I'll ever manage. They call it the love song of the generation. I still can't say I was wrong in the single language you waited for, while he cashes checks for the tears I left on a voice memo at dawn. If this naked version ever finds you, the one with the cough and the wrong stress on your name, the one that ends on a broken chord, no, that was the only time I ever spoke without a mask. Everything louder than this, all the platinum, all the lights, belongs to the man who figured out you don't need 17 ways to say forever. One honest I love you is enough to keep her. Doctors called it tetrachromacy in reverse. Said my crones only wake up when your frequency is. The first time you laughed in my kitchen, the walls bled sudden vermilion. Your green hoodie turned actual green. I dropped the coffee mug just to watch the brown spread real across the floor. You thought I was clumsy, I was just seeing God for the first time. Every day was a new color unlocked. Your lipstick taught me red.
Sunset on your shoulder taught me gold. I kept saying, look at that sky. You thought I was romantic, I was just terrified the pigment would leave with you. Then you packed your reds and your golds in 2 suitcases, closed the door soft like you were trying not to wake me in a world snapped shut like a broken kaleidoscope. Gray on gray on gray, psychiatrist says it's conversion disorder. Love leaving took the rods and cones with it. Funny, I finally see clearly, and everything is ours. I tried dating after, took girls to the same rooftop, same sunset, still look like newspaper left in rain. One kissed me and that's why I was crying. I told her the sky was beautiful, she believed me, it wasn't. I buy paint like a junkie now, titanium, white ivory, black paints, gray filled canvases the size of our old bed. Gallery calls them minimalist masterpieces, they sell for rent money. I signed them with the only color I remember, your name in the corner, scratched raw with a palette knife. They keep asking for a color piece, I tell them I'm waiting for the right muse. Truth is the waiting became the sentence, life in grayscale with one memory, an ultramarine burning a hole behind my eyes. So I paint the world the way it is without you, every shade of missing. Collectors say it feels like drowning in winter. I hang them in rooms full of people who still see red, and I stand in the middle, colorblind and homesick, for a country that only existed when your pulse was close enough to borrow. If you ever walk past one of my shows, look for the biggest canvas, all black except one violent streak of cobalt in the top left. That's the exact blue your eyes turned the last morning you said you loved me. I mix it fresh every time from memory, and it still hurts like the first day the world lost its only reason to bother with color.
Hey, it's me, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore.
November 29th, frozen quiet again. Same gray hoodie, same cracked phone in his hand. He sits on the floor where the carpet still smells like her perfume. Charges it to 100, then kills every light in the room. Thumb finds a save file like it knows the way home. 1 minute 43 seconds of her voice made of stone. He presses play volume low like he's scared someone will hear. The only day of the year he lets himself drown in her tears. She says, please don't hate me. He mouths it along, every syllable perfect. He's known it so long. Play it again, till the battery's red and the silence creeps in. Play it again, let the breakup outlive the love that we had. One more time, so we can feel her leave on the anniversary of the day she stopped being hit. Play it again, till the screen goes black and the ghosts go to sleep. He counts the pauses, the cracks in her throat, the The way she said I love you right before, but I won't. He knows when she sniffles at old Fenty 7. The goodbye trembles at 1:41 exactly. Some years he whispers don't go into the dark. Some years he just nods like he's proud of her courage to part. Either way the phone dies before the sun ever climbs. He plugs it in, waits another 364 nights. He wonders if she knows that somewhere there's a boy who still pays the bill on a dead phone just to keep her. Play it again, play it again. Let the final percent feel like her hand in his. Play it again, till the room goes quiet and the pain thins one last time, so we can feel her leave on the anniversary of the day she set him free. Play it again till the battery dies and he finally closes his eyes.
Message has been saved for 1:0985 days. 0%. Good night.
11:47, screen glow in the dark. Thumb hovers like it's scared to leave a mark. Same 3 words he's typed 1,000 nights. Good night, love. Then he turns off the light. He knows the number's hers no more. Some stranger wakes up to what he still aches for, but muscle memory won't let him quit, so he sends it to the void like a cigarette. Good night, love, to a ghost in someone else's phone. Good night, love. Even ghosts deserve to know they're not alone. He hits and lays back, stares at the ceiling fan, spinning like the years since she held his hand. Good night, love. Good night, love. Sometimes a typing bubble appears, 3 dots that vanish, leave him in tears. He pretends it's her, just running late, choosing words she'll never say. The new owner blocked him months ago, but he keeps a second phone nobody knows. Cracked screen, 3% battery life, still enough to say goodnight. Maybe one night the message won't send. Maybe that's when I'll know it's the end. He whispers to the dark like a prayer, but the signal's strong, she was never there. Good night, love, floating somewhere in the satellite sea. Good night, love, if you ever come back to me. Till then he'll keep the ritual quiet and small, a lighthouse for a ship that will never call. Good night, love. Good night, love. Good night, love. 11:59, send. Good night, love. One day we'll disappear. She laughed and named this town like it was already there. Now he's here and she's nowhere. He stepped off the Greyhound with one bag and a promise to never say her name out loud again. But the street signs all sound like inside jokes. Every corner cafe has the table they sketched on napkins. He rented the attic apartment with the slanted blue roof, the one she circled gold in the list, and this could be ours. Now the view's exactly how they drew it. Neon signs and midnight trains, just painted with somebody missing. Yeah. This was supposed to be the place we started over, the city where nobody knew our past. Instead, it's the place I learned your ghost can travel faster than I ever ran. I came here to forget you, but I built our future with my own hands. Dream city without you hurts worse than the one we left. He walks the river path they mapped on Google Earth, counts the same 7 bridges they swore they'd kiss on, buys 2 coffees out of habit, pours one into the water when he thinks nobody's watching. At night he plays their old playlist on low. Songs sound different when they're only half remembered. The record skips on the part where she used to sing. He lets it skip. Some wounds feel better when they bleed on repeat. Funny how escape plans turn into haunted houses when only one of us bought the ticket out. This was supposed to be the place I stopped breaking, the city where the hurt would lose my scent. Instead, every street light knows my name and whispers hers like it's innocent. I came 1,000 miles to outrun the ache, but the ache knew the address by heart. Dream city without you, it's just a dream dying in color. Sometimes he stands on the roof at 3 a.m. Text me, made it to the number she changed. No dots, no reply, just the city blinking back like it's sorry. He lights a cigarette off the stove burner, watches the smoke curl toward the sky. She'll never share that mouths the words he can't say out loud. I hate that you were right. This place really is beautiful. You should have seen it with me. I still see you in the passenger seat, even though the car's been sold for years. I walk past the house with a porch swing, and my mind puts 2 mugs on the railing. Steam curling up like the mornings we planned. I catch myself smiling, then remember that smiles on a waiting list that never clear. I see a little girl with your eyes in the grocery aisle. She's holding her dad's hand, laughing at nothing. My chest does the math before my brain can stop. But she before this spring, then I blink and the alley's just cereal again. Every future I built had you in the blueprint. I never learned how to redraw the walls. You're still in every dream I used to own. Front row of the life I thought was coming. Wedding songs, gray hairs, hospital rooms. Your hand in mine when the credits roll. I have to whisper to the dark like a prayer. Those tickets are void, those seats are gone. Cancel future, still playing on a screen that won't turn off. I almost bought a bigger bed last week, caught myself measuring for 2 bodies. Almost texted you about the job I got, the one you said would make me happy. Then I remembered happy got no management. Sometimes I save baby names in my notes, delete them at 2 a.m. when the silence gets loud. They feel like receipts from a store that burned down. Proof I was one shopping for forever. I'm not waiting for you anymore. I'm mourning the version of me who never had to learn how to unlove you. You're still in every dream I used to own. A ghost with her feet up on my booked anyway.
I kept the promise, just 8 years too late.
I told you once, drunk on your couch, if I ever write a song that matters, it'll be about you. You laughed, kissed my forehead, said, make it pretty, make it hurt. So I carried that line in my pocket like a bullet, waiting for the right kind of wound. Years went quiet, I wrote about cities where there are the mouth. None of them bled the way you asked me to tonight. The rain sounded like your name on the window. So I finally opened the drawer. I kept every half-truth I never sang. Tune the guitar to the key of that summer, the one that still plays when I close my eyes. This is the song I owed you, every note paid in full. I built it from the ashes of the future we burned. It's perfect, it's brutal, it's everything I couldn't say when you were still listening. And the only line I can finish, the only honest one left, is I hope you never hear this. I hope you never hear this. Rose to Wiz, the apartment we almost signed for. Closest the kids with your crooked smile. Bridges, the hospital room where I practiced proposing on nights you thought I was just holding your hand. I even gave the outro, you laugh and reverb, recorded it from memory. Still cracks on the high part. I played it back at 3 a.m. and cried like a kid who broke the only thing someone loved. This is the song I owed you, the one you waited for and never got. It says I'm sorry in 12 different tempos. It says I love you in past tense. It says I still sleep on my side of the bed. This is the song and the final line, the truest one I'll ever write is I hope you're happy, I hope you're asleep somewhere warm. I hope you never hear this, because if you do, you know I never stop. I kept the promise. I just hope you never have to know.
I already know what's coming.
Phone buzzes on the nightstand like a heartbeat out of time. Screen lights up with nothing, just spam, just as, just life. But the numbers line up perfect, mocking me in white. 11:11, same as every night. I close my eyes automatic like I'm 16 again, back when your hand was in mine. No, it still makes sense. We swore on everyone we called that we'd never be apart. Now I'm 20-something broken, whispering into the dark. Make a wish, even though I know it's useless. Make a wish, hold everything useless, ruthless. 11:11, I still wish for you, even though you're someone else's. Now 11:11, I still wish for you. Then hate myself out loud, because the universe heard us once and answered with goodbye. So I keep throwing pennies at a dead star. 11:11, I still try.
11.
I still lie. Some nights I almost text you, thumb hovering over your name. I never deleted. Type do you still, then delete it fast before the clock can hit the minute we need it. I wonder if you stop believing, or somewhere you still pause when the numbers match and the air feels heavy with everything we lost.
I read somewhere wishes only work if both people make them at the same time. So I guess that's why mine rot in the sky. You're probably asleep, or laughing, or kissing someone new at 11:12 while I'm stuck here, turning superstition into self-harm.
11:11, I still wish for you, like muscle memory that never learned you left to let 11. I still wish for you, then sit in a mess I made of myself. One of these nights I let it pass, won't close my eyes, won't play along. I watch the minute turn to 11:12 and finally let you go. But tonight
I swore I quit the day you left. Guess some promises burn faster than others.
first dragon 300 nights. It's like a memory I paid for, bitter on a tongue, warm in the lungs, exactly how your mouth used to taste at 2 a.m. I stand on the same fire escape where we traded smoking secrets. You'd exhale toward the moon, I'd chase it like it was part of you I could keep. Now the filter's just paper and regret, but the aftertaste is still your lipstick, cheap menthol, and goodbye. Funny how poison can feel like medicine when it's the closest I get to your breath. I started smoking again because the burn feels like your name. Every drag is a kiss, I'm not allowed. Every cloud is your shape. I cough up 3 years of clean just to taste you one more time. Secondhand you, still killing me softly. The pack lives in the drawer with your old lighter, the one engraved always in your handwriting. I thumb the wheel like it's your cheek sparking hell. Pretend you're here, friends say you're doing this to yourself. They don't understand, I'm not trying to die, I'm trying to remember how it felt when your lungs were next to mine. I timed it once, held the smoke 33 seconds, the exact length of our last kiss. Let it out slow, watch it disappear, same way you did. I started smoking again because quitting felt like forgetting, and I'm not ready to breathe clean. If clean means breathing without you, so let the ash fall where your hands used to be. Let the nicotine stain what you left. Secondhand you is the only kind I can still have. I'll cough my way through another pack if it keeps you on my list. One left, I save it for mornings when the ghost of your smoke still lingers in my curtains. Light it slow taste you one more time, then hate myself in the only way. It still feels like love. Another year, same bottle, same table, same empty chair. October 17th, it's like a quiet alarm. I clear my throat, put on the shirt you like, the one with the tiny hole near the hem. You always said it made me look lived in. Corner stores, the stocks and 9 reds for the one we finished in 2 hours on your kitchen floor. Labels fading now, price went up $1. Everything changes except this. I pour 2 glasses out of habit, slide one across the table like you're late. Watch the candle drip onto the wood the same way it did when we laughed till we cried. Happy meet your day. Happy almost forever day. Here's to the night we began with cheap wine and cheaper plans. I still toast to the girl who sat cross-legged on tiles, spilling Merlot on her dress and calling it art. Here's to the boy who swore he'd never forget. Cheers to keeping promise nobody asked for. Anniversary for one, with the same bottle and the same broken heart. I play a song on low volume, just loud enough to pretend you're humming in the kitchen, making fun of my dancing. The cork smells like that first sip, like thunderstorms and second chances. Sometimes I talk out loud, tell you about the job, the cat, the way the city looks smaller. You don't answer, but the silence feels polite, like it's letting me have this one night. I stopped counting the years we could have had, started counting the ones I've survived without you. Tonight makes 7 or 70. Time's weird when love freezes. Here's to the night we began. I still taste you in every swallow, still see you in the bottom of the glass. Here's to the girl who said this could be something, and the fool who believed her. Anniversary for one, same wine, same pain, same ritual. Happy meet you day, love. I hope yours is kinder than mine. One sip less, I save it every year, for the version of us that never learned how to leave.